In this video, we will show you how easy it is to register one of the new Marklin MFX signals to the central station. It is easy thanks to the MFX technology. We set this signal to address number 8 before we started. First, on the central station, we'll go back to the keyboard. So hit the keyboard switch and you will see your keyboard panel show up. Then you click on the wrench on the bottom left. And now you get the same display with a blue background. Hit MFX on the bottom right. And as you can see with the progress bar in the bottom, the central station is now looking for MFX articles. Interestingly enough, it starts to speak in German. And in the green box it says that it is reading the requirements of the new MFX article. And then it decides to switch back to English and it says that it found one MFX item and it continues to search. We leave this video in real time so you get an idea of how long it takes for the central station to run through the cycle. Before we hooked up this signal to the central station, we set the dip switches on the bottom of the signal to address number 8. And in another video we will show you how this is done. But as a result, you can see it here on the top right of the screen. The central station already positioned this signal at position number 8. It is still grayed out at this time because the central station is still in the search cycle for other MFX articles. On the bottom progress bar you can see we're at 34, we're almost done. And the moment the central station is done, the caller comes back in the screen. And now you can see our signal in the top right. We touch it and that opens up a window, an interface window. You can see it's Haupt signal is what they call it for now. And the address was number 8. We changed it here to number 1. Hit the upload switch. That sends a signal and reprograms the signal. And then we hit the OK on the bottom. And now you can see the central station moved the signal back to position number 1. I hit the wrench again. You can see it sitting at number 1. I touch it. Opens back up the configuration window. And now I can test the signal. And you can see we put the actual signal on the left of the screen. You can see it immediately responds to our inputs. If I want to change the name, I click there. Erase the German Haupt signal, and now I can name it, for example, main space and 1. If I like it, I hit the green check mark, or if I want to use a capital, you can do that by hitting this button and then hit the M, and again I'll call it main space 1. If I like it, I do. I hit the green check mark to get out of this window, and you can see it is now called main 1. You can still test it, works just fine. You can see on the keyboard it changed to main 1. Get out of the configuration screen. Now we're in our normal screen. The signal is called main 1, and it works, and it gives you feedback what the position is of the signal. We'll go back to the configuration screen, the blue configuration screen. I hit the signal again. And now I'll change the CV values. It gives you a warning not to mess with it unless you really know what you're doing or unless you really feel you have to. And that's the good news, you normally should not have to mess with the CV values. You can only change a few settings, the brightness of the light, and the one cool thing that you can switch is the movement speed of the signal. If you get that warning, just try it again a few seconds later. The central station was communicating with the signal and therefore it could not read the information. That's what we just did here, and now you can see the central station is downloading the pertinent, the needed information from the signal. There's a software glitch, and you can see it on the bottom of the screen. You'll see the word formation, which should be information in black. And it just tells you some irrelevant for us information about the signal. And what we need to do is click on the next word, which should have been configuration, and you can only see a portion of the word as I show here with my pen. When we hit it, configuration, now we can change a couple of settings on the signal. The most interesting things, of course, the address you could switch here, but you saw how much easier it is to switch on the other screen. And then it says there in the middle, Bewegungsmuster. Essentially that means how fast the signal moves. Now that's the cool thing that you can change right here. Langsam means slow, mittel means middle speed, and schnell means fast. And then you can do middle speed with the bounce, and you can do the fast speed with the bounce. And those are neat settings to change. I'll select fast with the bounce right there. And then I need to hit the upload button, and that's the little arrow with the locomotive. I'm going to upload that command to the signal. Then I'm done. I hit the check mark, and now I can test the signal and watch it. When it moves down, it goes real fast and it does a little bounce. I like the setting, so I hit the upload button just for security and the green check mark. Now I get out of the configuration screen by hitting the check mark, and we're back to our normal keyboard. The signal is at position number 1, and you are all set. The cool thing about this signal is that it also understands the old Marklin Motorola, and it is fully DCC capable.